Success begins in the mind. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every story of transformation has its roots in a single decision. The decision to cultivate a mindset that aligns with growth, perseverance, and purpose. The way you think shapes the way you act, and the way you act determines the results you achieve. A success-oriented mindset isn't about being positive all the time or ignoring challenges. It's about approaching life with clarity, intentionality, and the resilience to keep moving forward even in the face of obstacles. Your mindset sets the tone for how you interpret the world around you. Some people see setbacks as signs to quit, while others see them as lessons to learn. Some view success as something that happens to a select few, while others understand that success is created by deliberate choices, consistent actions, and the courage to step outside of their comfort zones. The difference lies not in talent or resources, but in perspective. A success-oriented mindset is one that doesn't merely react to circumstances, but actively shapes them. It sees every challenge as an opportunity, every failure as a stepping stone, and every day as a chance to grow. This mindset isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. It's a series of habits, beliefs, and practices that, when combined, create a foundation for lasting success. It's about adopting the habits of thought that successful people use to stay focused, resilient, and aligned with their goals. And while this might sound abstract, it's deeply practical. A success-oriented mindset doesn't just change how you feel, it changes how you act. It drives the decisions you make, the risks you take, and the perseverance you bring to your pursuits. Over time, these small daily shifts in thinking compound into extraordinary results. The process begins with self-awareness. You can't change what you don't recognize. If you're holding on to limiting beliefs, negative self-talk, or a fixed mindset, those thoughts will hold you back no matter how talented or hardworking you are. A success-oriented mindset requires you to examine these mental habits and replace them with empowering beliefs. It requires you to reframe the way you see yourself, your challenges, and your potential. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about learning to see possibilities where others see problems, solutions where others see setbacks. The beauty of this process is that it's within your control. No one else can change your mindset for you, and no one else can stop you from transforming it. The power is in your hands, and the more you practice these principles, the more natural they become. Over time, you begin to see how much influence your thoughts have on your actions, and how much influence your actions have on your results. The journey to creating a success-oriented mindset is not about achieving perfection. It's about striving for progress. It's about building habits that move you forward, one step at a time, until success becomes not just a destination, but a way of life. The first step to creating a success-oriented mindset is to take full ownership of your life. This is the foundation upon which all other aspects of success are built. It's the mindset that says, no matter what happens, I am responsible for how I respond, what I create, and how I move forward. Ownership isn't about blame or guilt. It's about empowerment. It's the realization that while you may not control everything that happens to you, you do control how you interpret and react to it. This shift in thinking transforms you from a passive observer of your life to an active creator of your future. When you take ownership, You stop waiting for circumstances to change and start focusing on what you can change. It's easy to point fingers at external factors, your upbringing, your environment, the economy, but none of those things dictate your potential unless you allow them to. Ownership is about recognizing that the results you achieve are a reflection of the decisions you make and the actions you take. It's about trading excuses for accountability and using that accountability as fuel for growth. This mindset begins with self-reflection. Take a look at the areas of your life where you feel stuck or dissatisfied. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what choices or patterns have contributed to this situation? This isn't about self-criticism. It's about uncovering the root causes so you can address them. If you're unhappy with your career, ask yourself whether you've been proactive in pursuing opportunities or if you've settled for what's comfortable. If your relationships feel strained, consider whether you've communicated openly and consistently or if you've avoided difficult conversations. Ownership means looking at your role in every situation and asking how you can take positive action to improve it. Another key aspect of ownership is letting go of the victim mindset. It's tempting to see yourself as a victim of circumstances, especially when life feels unfair. But the truth is, as long as you see yourself as powerless, you'll remain stuck. Taking ownership doesn't mean denying that challenges exist. It means refusing to let those challenges define you. It's about shifting your focus from what you can't control to what you can. Instead of saying, I can't succeed because of this obstacle, say, what steps can I take to navigate or overcome this obstacle? This shift in perspective opens the door to solutions and growth. Ownership requires embracing responsibility for your emotions and reactions. It's easy to blame others for how you feel, your boss, your partner, your circumstances. But no one can control your emotions unless you allow them to. When you take ownership, you recognize that your feelings are shaped by your interpretations and that you have the power to reframe those interpretations. If someone criticizes you, you can choose to see it as an attack, or you can choose to see it as feedback that can help you grow. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions. It means acknowledging them, understanding their source, and responding intentionally rather than reacting impulsively. Taking ownership extends to your time and energy. Many people feel overwhelmed because they allow their schedules to be dictated by others' demands or distractions. Ownership means setting boundaries and making deliberate choices about how you spend your time. It means saying no to things that don't align with your goals and yes to the things that move you closer to your vision. This isn't always easy, especially if you're used to people pleasing, but it's essential for creating a life of purpose and focus. Another important aspect of ownership is learning to embrace failure as a natural part of the journey. When you take ownership, you stop seeing failure as something to fear or avoid. Instead, you view it as a source of valuable lessons. You ask yourself what went wrong, what you can learn, and how you can improve moving forward. This mindset turns setbacks into stepping stones and builds resilience over time. You stop being paralyzed by the fear of making mistakes and start seeing every experience as an opportunity to grow. Ownership involves recognizing your wins and taking credit for your successes. Too often, people downplay their achievements, attributing them to luck or external factors. When you take ownership, you celebrate the effort and choices that led to your accomplishments. This builds confidence and reinforces the belief that you have the power to create the outcomes you desire. Finally, taking ownership is a daily practice. It's not a one-time decision, but a habit you cultivate through consistent effort. Each day, ask yourself, what actions can I take today to move closer to my goals? How can I respond to challenges in a way that reflects my values and aspirations? By asking these questions and acting on the answers, you reinforce the habit of ownership and build momentum towards success. Taking ownership of your life is not just a step toward a success-oriented mindset. It's the cornerstone of all personal growth and achievement. It's the mindset that says, I am the author of my story, and I have the power to write a new chapter. When you embrace this truth, you unlock a level of clarity, empowerment, and motivation that transforms not just what you do, but who you are. Ownership is the foundation upon which all other success-oriented habits are built. And it's the first step toward creating a life of purpose, progress, and fulfillment. The second step to creating a success-oriented mindset is to develop a vision that inspires and guides you. Vision is what gives your life direction. It's the picture you create of the life you want to live, the person you want to become, and the impact you want to make. Without a vision, you're like a ship without a compass, drifting wherever the wind takes you. With a clear vision, every action, decision, and goal becomes purposeful. It transforms your mindset because it gives you something to aim for, something to believe in, and something to fight for. Vision is not just about setting goals, it's about connecting deeply with what truly matters to you. It begins with asking yourself big questions. What do I want my life to look like in 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years? Who do I want to be? What legacy do I want to leave behind? These questions are not meant to intimidate you. They're meant to awaken you. They remind you that your life is a canvas and you hold the brush. To create a vision, you must start by getting clear on your values. Your values are the principles and priorities that guide your decisions and define your sense of purpose. They are unique to you, and they reflect what matters most in your life. For one person, it might be family, growth, and creativity. For another, it might be freedom, contribution, and adventure. Take the time to identify your values because they will serve as the foundation for your vision. When your vision aligns with your values, it becomes deeply meaningful and sustainable. Once you have clarity on your values, begin painting a picture of your ideal life. Imagine waking up each day feeling energized, fulfilled, and excited about what's ahead. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? How are you spending your time? Be as specific as possible. The clearer your vision, the more powerful it becomes. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a deliberate process of defining what success looks like for you. Remember, success is personal. It's not about meeting someone else's expectations or chasing society's definition of achievement. It's about creating a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. A powerful vision doesn't just inspire you, it challenges you. It stretches your imagination and pushes you to grow. It should feel exciting but a little intimidating because it represents the best version of yourself. When your vision feels too small or too safe, it's a sign that you're not reaching high enough. Give yourself permission to dream big. Don't limit your vision based on where you are today. Your current circumstances don't define your potential. They're just the starting point. One of the most important aspects of vision is its ability to guide your decisions. When you're faced with choices, your vision serves as a compass. Ask yourself, does this align with my vision? Does this move me closer to the life I want to create? If the answer is no, it becomes easier to say no to distractions, opportunities that don't serve you, and habits that hold you back. Your vision simplifies your life because it clarifies your priorities. A vision is not static, it's dynamic. As you grow and evolve, your vision may change. That's okay. It's a sign that you're learning more about yourself and what you want. The key is to regularly revisit and refine your vision to ensure it still resonates with you. Take time each year or even each month to reflect on your vision and ask whether it still aligns with your values and aspirations. This practice keeps your vision alive and ensures it remains a source of inspiration. One of the most effective ways to internalize your vision is through visualization. Visualization is the practice of mentally rehearsing your desired future. Close your eyes and imagine yourself living your vision. See the details, feel the emotions, and experience the sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. Visualization primes your mind to believe in your vision and take actions that align with it. It's not just a mental exercise. It's a tool for programming your subconscious to work toward your goals. Another key aspect of vision is the power it has to motivate you during challenging times. There will be moments when the path gets tough, when setbacks test your resolve, and when doubts creep in. Your vision becomes your anchor in those moments. It reminds you why you started, what you're working toward, and why it's worth pushing through the obstacles. A clear and compelling vision has the power to reignite your passion and keep you moving forward, even when the journey feels difficult. Sharing your vision with others can amplify its power. When you communicate your vision to people you trust, it becomes more real. It creates accountability and invites support. You don't have to navigate the journey alone. Surround yourself with people who believe in your vision and encourage you to pursue it. These people become your allies, reminding you of your potential and helping you stay on track. Your vision should not just focus on external achievements, but on who you want to become as a person. What qualities do you want to embody? What habits do you want to cultivate? How do you want to grow emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually? A success-oriented mindset isn't just about doing, it's about being. When your vision includes personal growth, it ensures that success is holistic and sustainable. Creating a vision is not a one-time activity. It's a lifelong process. It's about staying connected to your purpose and allowing your vision to evolve as you do. It's about waking up each day with a sense of direction and using that direction to guide your actions, decisions, and efforts. A powerful vision transforms your mindset because it shifts your focus from where you are to where you're going. It reminds you that the best is yet to come and that every step you take is bringing you closer to the life you've imagined. The third step to creating a success-oriented mindset is to cultivate resilience in the face of adversity. Life will inevitably throw challenges in your path. unexpected setbacks, criticism, failures, and moments of self-doubt. How you respond to these difficulties is what separates those who succeed from those who stop short. Resilience is not just about survival. It's about thriving in the midst of uncertainty, using challenges as fuel for growth. Resilience begins with how you interpret adversity. Some people see obstacles as a stop sign, while others see them as a detour on the road to their destination. Successful people understand that setbacks are not permanent. They're temporary conditions that provide valuable lessons. When something goes wrong, they pause, reflect, and ask, what can I learn from this? How can I become better because of this? This perspective shifts the narrative from one of victimhood to one of empowerment. Your ability to reframe challenges is central to building resilience. Instead of viewing failures as evidence of inadequacy, view them as proof that you're trying, experimenting, and growing. Every failed attempt carries a lesson if you're willing to look for it. This mindset turns disappointment into data, a source of insight for what to do differently next time. Resilient people don't just bounce back from failure. They bounce forward, armed with new knowledge and a renewed determination. Resilience requires emotional mastery. When faced with adversity, it's easy to become overwhelmed by frustration, fear, or even despair. However, those who cultivate resilience learn to manage their emotions effectively. This doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring how you feel. It means acknowledging your emotions without letting them control your actions. Resilient people take time to process their feelings. Once they've processed their emotions, they focus their energy on finding solutions rather than dwelling on the problem. One critical component of resilience is grit, the determination to keep going even when the road is steep. Grit is not about blind persistence. It's about smart perseverance. Resilient people know when to adjust their strategies, pivot their approach, or seek advice, but they never lose sight of their ultimate goal. They understand that success is rarely linear, and that the ability to endure and adapt is often more important than any single victory. Building resilience involves strengthening your sense of purpose. When you're deeply connected to why you're doing what you're doing, you're less likely to give up when things get tough. Purpose acts as a North Star, guiding you through the storms of uncertainty and reminding you that the struggle is worth it. Resilient people frequently revisit their purpose. This clarity of purpose fuels their resolve and keeps them grounded. Another key aspect of resilience is the ability to embrace discomfort. Growth and comfort cannot coexist. Resilient people understand this, which is why they intentionally seek out challenges that stretch their abilities. They take on tasks that scare them, have difficult conversations, and step into unfamiliar situations. By regularly pushing themselves outside their comfort zones, they develop the mental and emotional toughness needed to handle adversity when it arises. Your environment plays a vital role in your resilience. Surrounding yourself with positive, supportive, and ambitious people can make a world of difference. Resilient people actively cultivate relationships with people who inspire them and challenge them to grow. They know how to set boundaries with toxic influences, understanding that the energy they allow into their lives impacts their ability to stay strong and focused. Resilience is not about going it alone. It's about knowing when to seek help. Many people struggle in silence, thinking that asking for support is a sign of weakness. In reality, seeking guidance from others is a strength. Resilient people aren't afraid to lean on their support systems. They know that strength is amplified when shared. A vital part of resilience is self-care. It's difficult to stay strong in the face of adversity if you're physically, mentally, or emotionally depleted. Resilient people prioritize activities that recharge their energy. They recognize that self-care is not indulgence. It's preparation. By taking care of themselves, they ensure they have the capacity to face challenges with clarity and composure. Finally, resilience thrives on a mindset of gratitude and perspective. When faced with setbacks, it's easy to focus on what's going wrong. However, resilient people balance this by reflecting on what's still going right. They take stock of their blessings, strengths, and past victories, using these as reminders that they are capable of overcoming adversity. Gratitude shifts the focus from scarcity to abundance, creating a sense of hope and possibility even in difficult times. Resilience is not something you're born with. It's a skill you develop through practice, reflection, and intentional action. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to build your resilience muscles. Each time you choose to persevere, reframe a setback, or embrace discomfort, you strengthen your ability to thrive under pressure. Over time, this resilience becomes a defining characteristic of your success-oriented mindset, allowing you to weather any storm and emerge stronger on the other side. The fourth step to creating a success-oriented mindset is to develop an unshakable belief in your ability to grow and improve. This belief is often called a growth mindset, and it's one of the most powerful tools you can cultivate in your journey towards success. A growth mindset is the understanding that your abilities, intelligence, and skills are not fixed traits. They can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. This belief changes how you approach challenges, setbacks, and opportunities, and it's a defining characteristic of those who achieve greatness. A growth mindset starts with the understanding that failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. Successful people don't fear failure because they see it as a learning opportunity. They understand that every mistake holds a lesson and that every setback is a chance to refine their approach. When you embrace failure as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, you free yourself to take risks, try new things, and push beyond your comfort zone. This mindset requires a shift in how you interpret effort. Many people see effort as a sign of weakness or inadequacy, as though needing to work hard means you're not talented or capable. But successful people view effort as the pathway to mastery. They don't shy away from hard work. They embrace it, knowing that consistent effort leads to growth. They understand that talent may give you a head start, but effort is what sustains success over the long haul. Another key component of a growth mindset is curiosity. Curiosity drives you to ask questions, seek new knowledge, and explore different perspectives. It keeps you open to learning and prevents you from becoming stagnant. Successful people are lifelong learners. They don't assume they know it all. They're eager to discover what they don't know. A growth mindset changes how you view challenges. Instead of avoiding difficulty, you see it as an opportunity to stretch and grow. Think about this. When you lift weights, the resistance is what builds your muscles. The same is true for challenges. The obstacles you face force you to adapt, innovate, and persevere. They reveal strengths you didn't know you had and teach you skills you might never have developed otherwise. When you approach challenges with a growth mindset, they become opportunities rather than threats. One of the most transformative aspects of a growth mindset is how it changes your relationship with feedback. Feedback can be difficult to hear because it often highlights areas where you need to improve. But successful people don't shy away from constructive criticism. They welcome it because they understand that feedback is a gift. It's a mirror that shows you where you're doing well and where you can do better. Instead of taking feedback personally, they use it as fuel for growth. This mindset shifts how you perceive others' success. In a fixed mindset, someone else's achievement might make you feel envious or inadequate, as though their success diminishes your own. But in a growth mindset, you see others' accomplishments as inspiration. You understand that their success doesn't take away from your potential. It shows you what's possible. This perspective creates a sense of abundance rather than scarcity, fostering collaboration and mutual support. Developing a growth mindset involves changing the language you use with yourself. Words have power, and the way you talk to yourself shapes your beliefs and actions. Replace phrases like, "I'm not good at this," with, "I'm not good at this yet." Add that "yet," and it transforms a fixed belief into a possibility. It reminds you that your current abilities are not your final destination. They're just the starting point. A growth mindset requires you to challenge limiting beliefs. These are the stories you tell yourself about what you can and cannot do. Maybe you believe you're not smart enough, not talented enough, or not lucky enough to succeed. But these beliefs are not facts. They're interpretations. Successful people examine these beliefs critically, asking whether they're based on evidence or fear. And when they find that a belief is holding them back, they replace it with one that empowers them. To cultivate a growth mindset, surround yourself with people who embody this way of thinking. Find people who challenge you to grow, who celebrate your progress, and who share your commitment to continuous improvement. The people you spend time with have a profound impact on your mindset. So choose those who lift you up rather than hold you back. Practicing gratitude is another way to reinforce a growth mindset. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, creating a sense of abundance and possibility. It reminds you of the progress you've made, the opportunities you've been given, and the lessons you've learned. This perspective makes it easier to stay motivated and resilient, even when the journey gets tough. Building a growth mindset doesn't happen overnight. It's a daily practice of challenging old patterns, embracing new perspectives, and committing to your own development. It requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to be uncomfortable at times. But the rewards are immense. When you believe in your ability to grow, you unlock a sense of freedom and empowerment that propels you toward your goals. With a growth mindset, you no longer see success as something reserved for the naturally talented or the exceptionally lucky. You see it as something within your reach, as long as you're willing to work for it. This belief transforms how you approach every aspect of your life, from your career to your relationships to your personal development. It's not just about achieving success. It's about becoming the kind of person who can create success no matter the circumstances. The fifth step to creating a success-oriented mindset is to develop the habit of taking consistent, focused action. While mindset shapes how you see the world, action is what turns your vision into reality. A success-oriented mindset without action is like a car without fuel. It may look good, but it won't get you anywhere. The truly successful understand this. No matter how much you plan, prepare, or envision, it's the daily actions you take that ultimately determine your results. Consistent action begins with clarity about your goals. You need to know exactly what you're working toward. Vague aspirations like, I want to be successful, or I want to be happy, don't provide enough direction. Successful people break their goals down into specific, measurable objectives. They ask themselves what success looks like, what it feels like, and what steps will take them closer to it. This clarity acts as a compass, guiding their actions and keeping them on track. Once the destination is clear, the focus shifts to the journey. Successful people don't just think in terms of big, bold moves. They understand that small, consistent actions are often more powerful than occasional bursts of effort. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about doing the right things regularly. They create routines and systems that support their goals, turning their aspirations into habits that become part of their daily lives. One of the biggest obstacles to consistent action is procrastination. Everyone struggles with it at some point. The tendency to put off what needs to be done in favor of what feels easier or more enjoyable in the moment. But successful people develop strategies to overcome procrastination. They break tasks into smaller, manageable steps, making it easier to get started. They set deadlines, even for tasks that don't come with external pressure, creating a sense of urgency and accountability. Another tool they use is visualization. Before taking action, they picture the outcome they want to achieve. This mental rehearsal not only boosts motivation, but primes their mind for success. By vividly imagining the rewards of their efforts, they create a sense of excitement and purpose that propels them forward. Successful people understand the importance of prioritization. They don't waste time on tasks that don't align with their goals. Instead, they focus their energy on high-impact activities, the ones that move the needle and create meaningful progress. They ask themselves what the most important thing is they can do today to advance their goals, and they make that their priority. This focus ensures that their efforts are not just consistent, but effective. Taking action requires resilience, because not every effort will yield immediate results. There will be setbacks, obstacles, and moments of doubt. But successful people don't let these challenges stop them. They see setbacks as temporary and use them as opportunities to learn and adapt. They understand that persistence is often the difference between success and failure. So they keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow. A key aspect of taking consistent action is managing your energy, not just your time. Successful people recognize that energy is a finite resource, and they use it wisely. They schedule their most demanding tasks for when they're at their peak. They build in time for rest and recovery, knowing that sustained effort requires balance. Burnout is the enemy of consistency, and they take deliberate steps to avoid it. Another hallmark of consistent action is the ability to adapt. No plan is perfect, and no journey goes exactly as expected. Successful people stay flexible, adjusting their approach as needed while keeping their ultimate goal in sight. They don't see detours as failures. They see them as part of the process. This adaptability allows them to maintain momentum, even when circumstances change. Accountability plays a significant role in staying consistent. Successful people find ways to hold themselves accountable. Some people can do this on their own, while others find accountability partners, mentors, or coaches. Knowing that someone else is aware of their commitments can provide an extra layer of motivation to follow through. The power of consistent action lies in its compounding effect. Each small step you take builds on the one before it, creating momentum that carries you forward. Over time, these incremental efforts add up to significant results. This is the principle of the compound effect. The idea that small, disciplined actions performed consistently over time lead to exponential growth. Successful people trust this process, even when progress feels slow or invisible in the moment. Taking action requires overcoming fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, or even fear of success. These fears can paralyze you if you let them. But successful people don't wait for the fear to disappear. They act in spite of it. They remind themselves that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the willingness to move forward in the face of it. Each time they take action despite their fears, they build confidence and resilience, making it easier to act the next time. Celebrating small wins is another way successful people stay consistent. They don't wait until they've achieved their ultimate goal to acknowledge their efforts. Instead, they celebrate milestones along the way, reinforcing their progress and keeping their motivation high. These celebrations don't have to be extravagant. A simple acknowledgement of effort or a moment of gratitude can be enough to fuel the journey. Taking consistent, focused action is not about perfection. It's about showing up day after day and doing your best. It's about recognizing that every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. It's about building a rhythm and momentum that makes progress inevitable. When you commit to consistent action, you create a success-oriented mindset that drives results and transforms your life. Success isn't a matter of chance, luck, or fleeting opportunity. It's a deliberate outcome born from the habits, decisions, and perspectives you cultivate every single day. At its core, a success-oriented mindset is not just about achieving external goals, but about becoming the kind of person who creates success as a byproduct of their actions and beliefs. It's a mindset that empowers you to navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continuously grow into your potential. What makes this mindset so transformative is its ability to shift the way you engage with life. It moves you from being reactive to proactive, from waiting for success to designing it. It's a perspective that says every obstacle contains a lesson. Every decision shapes your future. And every day is an opportunity to become a little better than you were yesterday. This mindset doesn't just focus on the destination. It thrives in the process, in the discipline of taking small, intentional steps toward a larger vision. A success-oriented mindset is about alignment. It aligns your thoughts, actions, and values with your goals. It allows you to work not just harder, but smarter, ensuring that your efforts are directed toward what truly matters. It's what keeps you grounded when life feels chaotic and what keeps you inspired when the path ahead feels uncertain. It reminds you that success is not just something you achieve, It's something you embody. Perhaps the most remarkable thing about cultivating this mindset is how accessible it is. It doesn't require special talent, extraordinary resources, or perfect circumstances. It requires a decision to commit to growth, to embrace challenges, and to take full responsibility for your life. It requires a willingness to do the work, to stay consistent, and to trust the process even when progress feels slow. And most importantly, it requires belief. Belief in your ability to create a life that reflects your highest aspirations. When you take the time to develop a success-oriented mindset, you're not just setting yourself up for external achievements. You're building the foundation for a life of purpose, fulfillment, and resilience. You're equipping yourself with the tools to navigate the inevitable ups and downs with grace and determination. And you're creating a ripple effect, inspiring those around you to reach for their potential as well. Every day is a new chance to strengthen this mindset. Every decision you make, every challenge you face, and every action you take is an opportunity to align more deeply with the person you want to become. Success is not a single defining moment. It's the accumulation of countless small moments lived with intention. And when you embrace this truth, you realize that the life you've been dreaming of is not as far away as it seems. It's waiting for you to step into it, one step, one habit, one mindset at a time.